Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody. Again, it's my favorite hour of the week, and it's been an okay week.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No complaints over here.
Nope, been nice weather. Our backyard is entirely purple with these little flowers. It's awesome. The dog's scared of them, but what are you going to do, right?
No.
And unfortunately, we were trying a new setup, and it didn't work, so I can't see you guys in chat again, so I really have to rely on the producer.
Oh, no.
I know. And I have this week off, so I will have time. I will definitely have time, you guys, to make some videos because, oh my goodness, there's so many things happening in the world. There's, of course, there's what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening inside Putin's head, the midterms coming up, and what on earth is this Marjorie Taylor Greene? I think it just proves that if you make it the legislative circus, the clowns will come. And that was such a good line. It was repeated. Anyhow, do we have some watchers?
We definitely have some watchers. Hi, Patricia, Cindy, High Priestess, Carol, nice to see you. Bubbles is here, Haunting Live, Gem Girl, Ava, Sonia, Kyla. First question goes to... Patricia sent you an email.
Oh, did you?
No, I did not get that yet, or didn't check it. So,
Oh, I'm sorry, Patricia. I worked all day today.
So the question is, if it's is it in my best interest to do my bachelor in accounting this fall?
Oh, yeah. Actually, Patricia, I lied. I did read that. Okay. Is it in your best interest, Patricia, in a bachelor in accounting? That's completing it. So you've got like something that's 3/4 of the way done. Okay. So, first thing they're saying, the Eight of Wands. So I guess there's a deadline on when you have to get moving on this. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the Seven of Wands. That's kind of an interesting one because it's sort of saying that you're looking at one thing because you want to quit another. I'm wondering how much truth there is to that. Let's see what's in the passion. Lovers. Okay. And it's the Lovers reversed. So I'm wondering if this has more to do with finding somebody than it does with finding a profession. But I'm just musing.
Slide the cards down.
Sure. Okay, so you've got the King of Cups.
Perfect.
All right.
You're in the top left corner tonight.
I am.
Yep.
Oh, looking down on the cards. That's good. All right. So it really says, basically, when you look at completing your bachelor in accounting, I will totally agree that I believe in education. I believe in completing your education. I believe in going back to school. I think you can't know enough. But I get to this Seven of Wands kind of place. And even with the Eight of Wands is something that's on the move. And I think it's cards reminding you that it's right now you're kind of at a malleable place in your life. Because it feels like there's still all these directions and you're trying to bring it together, but the thing is drawing my eyes where those wands are going out. So what I think you have to ask yourself, because as much as it's a noble cause, is the question, are you quitting something else to achieve this? And by the way, yes, there is somebody on the horizon, but he doesn't come across until June. Okay, so thank you for tuning in, Patricia.
Next, we have Cindy, who's got 2 appointments coming up this week.
Oh my goodness, busy week.
Tell her about those.
I will be happy to.
We're planning a day trip somewhere.
Somewhere. You think we should just get a dart and throw it in a map?
Get a dart and throw it a map?
Yeah.
I don't have a map.
Oh, well, there goes that idea. Okay. So Cindy's appointment. Cindy's appointment. So what I'm going to do, Cindy, is kind of look at you this week, just you in general. So you're coming into the week with a 10 of Wands. So it's saying that these are both so intense appointments. They both have a lot of meaning to them. So you're walking into the week just really overwhelmed. I wouldn't take on anything more. So as we look at them.
You pulled the cards down?
Sure. So when I look at what's coming in, I get the 6 of Wands. So congratulations on getting the 2 appointments this week. That was a good get. It is a lot in 1 week, but it's a good get. So these are good appointments. Let's see where your passion lies. Yes. It's this path. This tells me that you're on a good path. All right, but you put some crap behind you. And it's funny because you've got this road and it's kind of like the road just continues. So you're moving along, but as you move along further and further down the road, things keep getting better and better. That's what I love about the tarot. Sometimes the cards actually talk to each other. All right, so as I look at the... when I look at what's coming in, you've got the 10 of coins. And even reverse, the 10 of coins is a good offer. I think that you may actually end up getting 2 offers because it feels like within that 10 of coins is a question what's important to you. A job that has more potential to get ahead, or a job that, well, no, that's not quite the way I want to put it. Is it whether you love your job or whether your job pays enough? So I think you're going to have a choice there. It's a choice between 2 good things.
All righty then. Next we have High Priestess, who realized that you're not a private investigator and changed her mind about the question. And moving on to Carol, who wants to know about her new boyfriend.
Ooh. We have a new Romeo here. All right. Well, let's see if the Knight of Cups shows up for your new boyfriend. I always find that's a good card to show up when Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, depending on whether you want love or passion. Okay, so Carol's new boyfriend. More of a shake there. North, east, south, and west. And while you guys are watching, I know I talked at the opening of the show as to how I have time to make videos this week, so I am on a number of topics. Hey, tell me what you would like to hear me do a reading on this week.
Can you pull the cards down?
Yes, I can. As a matter of fact, shows up as King of Coins. So, got a good resume. feels like you're stepping up in the world. He's exactly what you want. The way it flows. Okay. You know, every rose has its thorn. It's just some things are a little too good to be true. And with this guy, you know, he's a gentleman. He's a good boyfriend. He's just somebody that you will have to wait a long time for. Because, so, like I said, he has a good resume. He's everything you could want. He's funny. He's smart. He's interested in you. He remembers stuff about you. So he fills all the blanks that way. But the thing of it is that with him, you've got there's kind of a lot of meanders in the road, and he's going to take his time every step of the way. Because in the area of passion, it says, yeah, this is what you wished for. But when you look what's ahead, there's this idea of don't put too much of it at once. So try not to jump ahead to things like marriage and retirement accounts. Take it slow with this guy, and I think you'll be just fine.
Next, we have Bubbles, who's looking to find some information out about a Sagittarius.
Ooh. I'll just put that card aside.
Man, it's hot in here.
Okay. So, Bubbles, your Sagittarius has already let you know that he has been hurt in the past, and that it's not easy for it's not easy for your Sagittarius to love. And there's also this intentional, I will not fall in love. I think there's a bit of equating love with weakness. But if you want somebody who will always tell you the truth, even sometimes when you don't want to know it, this is your person. But like I said, that this is somebody who can be sharp-tongued, and this is somebody that isn't really interested in love. But I can get why you feel that way, because it just makes the Sagittarius seem more mysterious. And the more the Sagittarius says it's hard for me to fall in love, and I don't think I'll ever fall in love again, the more you want the Sagittarius to love and be loved.
Welcome to all newcomers here. If you're new here, we do this every Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. You'll type your questions into the chat, and we'll get to them one at a time as time permits. If you would like to send Sally an email, the address is queenofoogaboga@gmail.com. And if you'd like to get a reading in person, call the spot near the tracks at 519-272-1293. That's 519-272-1293 to sit down with Sally and get a reading in person. Next, you have Haunting Live, who wants to know how their week will be.
Okay. Haunting lives. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so it starts out with the devil. And so I can already tell you, I'm sorry, and it's not funny, but it's going to be a difficult week. It's going to be important for you to stay clear-headed. It's going to be important for you not to allow yourself to be manipulated or pulled into certain situations. So there is an offer. There is an offer coming your way. There's this whole thing, coinage under your belt, under your arm, as you're coming into the week. So you may have been told that there's a meeting or something along those lines at work, because you're anticipating news about money and I think your salary this week. Yeah, I think you're going to be, whatever was supposed to happen this week, there's going to be delays in rescheduling. And that's why I see here, where it just feels like you're not getting the information or the offers that you expected. But as we go toward the end of the week and into next week, it gets a little bit better. I was hoping it would. The week itself, I just one foot in front of the other and get through it. And know that there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be delays. But when you get to the end of the week, there is going to be a little bit of resolution, because the feeling that I get from the Knight of Cups is he's saying, I know I let you down this week, but we'll reschedule that next week, sort of thing. It just feels like there's something here. You're coming into the week anticipating something, and it's just not going to happen. But then you're going to be told, okay, next week. Just because both the animals are headed in the direction of next week, so I think that's pretty. Next week's going to be a better week, and the things that should have happened this week will happen next week. So it's just a little bit of a delay. So the devil can only do so much. Okay.
All right. Next, we have Gem Girl, who lives in the future.
Ooh.
Gem Girl wants to know about the rest of May.
Ah.
Hi, everybody.
So Gem Girl and the rest of May. You know something, Gem Girl? I think that I'm going to switch decks. Just because I think this one's getting a little bit tired. And I want to try one of my new decks. This is called Tarot for Kids. And it's a fun deck. It's a big deck. So I think what I'm going to do here, because it's a big deck and we only have an hour, I'm going to fan them out and I'm going to pull the cards one at a time. We have north, east, south, and west. Whoops, and west. So you have Justice, Harry Potter fan. Okay, so it looks like the rest of the month brings balance. And the thing with justice is the scales of justice measure your heart against the feather. And if they're found in balance, then you're coming into the whole period free of karma. So it looks like your karma load, your shoulders are light. And basically, as I look at this, it kind of says the truth is on your side. Okay, so as you come into the week, I do see you winning favor here. Cool. Your passion. You have the Page of Coins. So this week, the rest of this month, so next week, you have the Emperor. And so it does, when I look at this, I see you winning favor in the eyes. Well, the Emperor is an authority figure. So it looks to me like you're going to win some favor at work. And it's kind of got that attaboy feel to it. But, you get enough attaboys, it shows up in your paycheck, right? And then you've got the Page of Coins. And, it's funny, I should say about showing up in your paycheck. You might get an offer to move ahead because it looks like you've got this guy that's the favor, but the globe here, these two globes seem to go together, whereas he's got something in mind and he's offering you. So before the end of this month, you should have some sort of an offer. Either it may be something as simple as more overtime, but a way to get a little extra cash. And it's a Page of Coins, so it's a little coin, but got to start somewhere, right? And then where it ends up is the Page of Wands reversed. And the Page of Wands reversed, it feels a little emotional to me. So I think that one thing next week, this is within friends. I don't think it's romantic relationships. I actually think it's friend relationships. You're going to have a friend relationship that might go a little sour. And, that happens sometimes. It's, things happen between friends, and then you get mad at each other, and then you forget what you got mad about, and then you're friends again. So it's one of those deals. It's nothing serious, but it's a little hurtful. Okay, so that's what I see for the rest of April.
All right, well, folks, we're going to do a little jumping around here so we get some of the newbies in here so they don't get disappointed. Hey, is the subscriber's name. What's the love like outlook for the rest of my year?
Oh, that's a good question. And right now I'm using the Tarot for Kids, just because it's a sweet deck.
Don't worry, regulars, we'll get to you.
But something, this is the, I'm actually going to switch out because it's awfully big and I'm having a hard time. And besides that,
it might not be an appropriate deck for the love life.
This too.
Where's that Thoth deck when you need it?
It's actually at Spa.
Oh, do you use it there?
Mm.
No, you just keep it for comfort?
The thing with the Thoth deck is it's uncomfortable. And so it makes people being read by it a little uncomfortable. And I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Listen to him. He loves that deck. Okay, so now who was I reading for?
Hey,
I'm looking at Hay's love life?
Yep.
Okay. So Hay is looking for you. All right. All right. So sorry for that one. Oh, look at that. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. So Hay is he a male or female?
How would I know?
Doesn't matter. it shows up as being a male. So we'll see who he has his eye on, but he's got his eye on someone. Look at that. And it's a Knight of Pentacles. So this is somebody that's been sitting back waiting. You'll never get out on the dance floor unless you ask somebody to dance. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? You've got the 9 of Cups here. So I think that You may not have actually connected, but you've met somebody special here. Yeah. And with the passion, that's interesting. I want to peek ahead. Oh, okay, I see. I think that you already have your eye on somebody, and this is somebody you've been watching from a distance, and there has been movement in that somebody's life because it shows that your passions are being fed by somebody moving to calmer waters. So you've got your eye on somebody that's fresh out of a bad situation. But this is who you want, this is who your heart wants, and guess what? You get her.
Woo! Look at that. Next we have Wave Killer, who wants me to let her know that let him go. He's moved on. It's time for you to move on. S would like to know if things will start looking better for me soon. I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Tony Willis wrote this interesting book, and this is to Wave, and it was a book on magic, and he had like little spells there, but he had one to break. Like sometimes when we fall really hard in love with someone, they say that it has a hook in your heart, and to kind of break that feeling, you should, with the intent of breaking that feeling, lay down on a blanket on a sunny day, looking up at the sky, and look up at the sky until you feel the earth move. I don't know whether it works or not, but that's what I read in a book.
Uh-huh. There's all sorts of books with all sorts of things in them.
Well, this is a particularly good book, Tony Willis's book. It's also...
They say the same thing about the dictionary.
Dictionary, too.
Sure, it's yours.
Yeah. I have it marked between shit and syphilis. Oh,
That's okay. Next week, the soundboard comes. I won't be able to beep you, but, we'll make fun of it anyway. All right, getting back to S's struggle.
I am so sorry. And I shouldn't have brought levity into it, but the struggle. And how do we get past the struggle? I know it's hard. We've all had broken hearts. And sometimes you just have to take time. Sometimes you just have to cry it out, and every day you just cry a little less. It's hard when it's hard when it's a matter of the heart. And it's hard when you're hurting. And you just can't predict how long it takes the heart to heal. So the first thing that you're reminded of is the Ace of Cups. And even though you're at a very sad ending, the flip side of the coin of an ending and what comes after an ending is a new beginning. So there is going to come a point in the not too distant future where your heart is done with this situation.
Sweetie, you got the wrong reading.
Whose reading do I have?
Well, you're reading Wave Killer. We've already got that covered. We're on to S, who's struggling. Thinks things are looking better soon.
Well, yes, okay. yes. Sorry, you S. It starts out with a very optimistic card. This is a new beginning. This is a good new beginning. So you don't have to feel so bad. Look ahead. The light at the end of the tunnel is not an oncoming train. So let's see what comes. Yeah. You've already got, you've already gotten little bits of good news. There's been little bits of sunshine coming through. So it is already starting to get better. Okay. when I look at this and the guy with the world in his hands, just thinking of all the things all the opportunities that are out there, and just considering all the opportunities in the world, it's sort of like, I feel like there's a new lease on life. You're coming into an optimistic portion of your life where you can let go of the things that have shackled you before. Sometimes, sometimes it's hard to let go of things we're used to, but it looks like you've learned to do that. And in the area of your passion, I feel like you are grasping something new. You are looking out into the world. There is a new opportunity, and you've actually started to grasp it. If you look at the Page of Cups right next to the Ace of Cups, the hand is grasping the cup right here. The world in his hand, and the Nine of Cups. So, one foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other. Yes, it gets better. These cards are really, really, really optimistic. So you got a solid yes on that, dude.
All right. Next we have Sonia Joba, who wants a general reading.
Ooh, okay. General reading for Sonia Joba. Reading. Well, this Knight of Cups is up in the top 5 most optimistic tarot cards. It's sometimes called the Nine of Cups. And the thing with the Nine of Cups is solitary. You see him, he's sitting alone, but he is feeling pretty confident about himself. That's why it's called the Wish card, because he's gotten a lot of the things he wished for. And I think that you are in a position in your life where life is giving you the things you want. Of course, sometimes in life when things start going pretty good, we start wondering, okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? Well, let's see. Nope. No, you deserve everything that life is bringing you right now, in a good way. It looks like as you're coming into this part of your life, you're bringing things into balance. This starts a cycle of justice. Okay. So you're entering an optimistic period in your life. You're in balance. It does look like you have hopes and plans for the future, because I do see you looking out into the future and making your plans for the future, which is exactly what you should be doing. Now, when I look at sort of the flow of things, because it looks like right now you're coming into a good cycle, but things go back and forth. So when I get the Empress, I feel like, well, like when I look at this Nine of Cups, I see a lot of little good things coming into your life, where you're coming into this stage of life saying, good things can really happen to me. And I'm looking out and I see some opportunities that I might want to take advantage of. And they're the opportunities that you've cultivated for yourself. So it looks like you've headed in a good direction, good things are happening, but it's always 2 steps forward and 1 step back in this life, because of the projects that you got on the go right now. Out of the 9, one of them is going to be a failure. The rest of, it's 90% success. Okay, I'd take those odds.
Isla would like to know whether she and her roommate will be evicted.
Ay. Oh, Kyla, I'm sorry to hear you're in that situation. Kyla, are you all right if I just look at you? Because that's what I'm going to do, Kyla. I'm just going to look at you. And the reason why is just the question itself tells me that the relationship between you and your roommate is tenuous at best. And so I'm not sure whether this is something, just on the face of it, whether this is something that you should base your next future move on. Okay. Let's see. Kyla's not in a happy time right now. See what happens. Yeah. When I turned the Empress reverse, the first word that came to me was disappointment. So I'm wondering if your roommate may have let you down. It certainly didn't, your current situation certainly didn't go as planned. This was supposed to be something good. Yeah, and there you go, the Knight of Swords. It's the Knight of Swords headed away from you. So, like it or not, your roommate has let you down and is leaving. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only, and I just have to tell you what the tarot tells me. And when we look at your passion, your hopes and dreams, you know something? Ironically enough, I mean, every black cloud has a silver lining, so to speak. And your silver lining is it gets a lot of dead weight and negativity out of your life. So this is a hard situation to go through, but you will be better for having gone through it. By the time you hit June, you're going to be glad that you're away from this. The answer to are you and your roommate going to be evicted? The situation between you and your roommate it's already started to fall apart and it's going to continue. And I'm sorry to be blunt about that, but the cards are also giving me some timing. They're saying by the time June hits, you're going to be glad that things came down the way they did, because it frees you up. And sometimes we don't realize what a drag on our life being surrounded by negativity is until the negativity leaves and all of a sudden good things start to happen. And I think that's the case with you. And when I look at, they say every good thing that happens in our life, if we follow the chain of events back, it starts with a negative. And I think the same is true for here, because when I look in the direction you're headed, you are headed to true love. That's what you have here. True 50-50 love. We look each other in the eye. Our presence heals the other. Our cup runneth over kind of love. Okay, so that's what I see.
All right, our next question comes from Trudy, who wants to know about her love life and finances.
Oh, love and money. Love and money for Trudy. Love and money for Trudy.
Can she afford the first?
That's one.
What?
Yes.
No.
Was that one? Comment in the chat. He's watching the chat. He'll see. Love and money for Trudy. I guess this would be the money. And this would be the love. Okay, and the money Well, you've got some sort of promotion coming your way in the not too distant future. Looks like you're moving up the ladder, and that brings a little bit more money. There's green attached to it, and it looks like you have the support of those around you, which that helps. Okay. This is an interesting card to have as far as the messages that are coming in. Because when you get this card is about temptation. And this card is about the temptation to give into to give into vice and things like that. They're woodland spirits. And there's kind of a mischievous side to them. So it's sort of like I think that maybe there's a little bit of you that just wants to sit down and take it easy at a time when you got to knuckle down and work. Love's interesting. I just want to see where this is going. That's where it's okay. So, whoever you're crushing on, I think that's what's happening right now. You're crushing on somebody, and it's sort of like it's actually somebody that I don't think he's necessary. Well, he's not right for you. Let's just put it that way. And it's just it's not something that's going to happen. But having said that, you've got the Knight of Wands coming in. And the Knight of Wands is better than a crush. Because he's real, and he's fiery, and he's passionate, and he's lustful. And in the area of love and money, you've got fire in both areas, which is good. Fire is energy, fire is passion. But these things right here, both these cards talk about getting caught up in fantasy and unrealistic expectations. And don't do that. And if you are doing it, stop doing it, because if you open up your eyes and look around you, you already have success. You already have the support of those around you. And I don't think he's there quite yet, but you have a handsome, passionate knight with a big stick coming your way. Okay. I meant that. I meant that.
Yeah.
Readings are for entertainment purposes only. We would like to suggest that this show is for 18 and above.
Right. Now, walking canes do count as big sticks.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? Why would you pick a card now?
Ooh, pick a card. As long as I'm touching it, let's do that. Okay, so this is a part where everybody gets a reading. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and you pick whichever one resonates with you. You got to pick it before I show which card it is. So, this is card number 1. Right over here is card number 2. And card number 3. So, which card did you pick? Did you pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 1, your crystal for the week is turquoise. And the word here is believe. So when I see this turquoise, it feels like, turquoise has a real grounded feeling to it. It's associated with ancient wisdom. I always think because of the veins through it that it kind of has a grounding quality. But just when I look at it, it feels like things are coming together for you this week. So if you pick number 1, be willing to have faith in the process. And I also think that this is a good week to work on collaboration and to do teamwork as much as you can. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, your crystal for the week is celestite. Oh my goodness, that is such a beautiful stone. And it says connection, and I can believe that. You see how it's a geode? I have one that looks a lot like that, and the picture doesn't do it justice. Celestite is the most beautiful blue, and it really vibrates so well with your throat chakra. And so this, if you picked card number 2, this is your week to communicate, but communicate in a spiritual manner, which means speak your piece, but think about it first. And, my mom used to say, keep your words short and sweet. You might have to eat them. But this is a week where you can communicate, where you can make connections. So make sure your words are important. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, your crystal for this week is aventurine. Luck. Oh my goodness. I love aventurine. It's a wonderful stone. And it's got these little pyrite flecks in it, so it's almost like glittery. So this is your week to shine. This is your week to glitter. This is your week to be a little bit more flamboyant and maybe push your luck. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. I hope everybody has a good week.
All right, next question is for Grace, who would like a general reading.
Grace, it would be my pleasure to give you a general reading. Now I'm going to continue on with the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. This is it's classic Rider-Waite deck, but it includes 4 pictures by Pamela Coleman Smith. Well, actually, all the pictures are by Pamela Coleman Smith, but they're bonus pictures. And I've included them in the deck and used them in my readings. Who am I reading for again?
Grace.
Okay, so general reading for love. Okay, so north, east, south, and west. Okay, Grace. When I look at your now, you have the 2 of Pentacles, but it's the 2 of Pentacles reversed. So it makes me wonder, you maybe have 2 options in front of you, but you don't really want to choose either one. Well, the thing of it is that you have to make a choice here. You know, so sometimes change is inevitable. And I think right now, this is a time when you have to consider what the rest of the world has to offer. It really feels like, you're dragging your feet on this, but it's time. It really is. It's time. These 2 cards concern me, especially the Seven of Swords, Grace, because in your passion, it feels like you're kind of holding on to a certain situation, but you're holding on to it for somebody else's good. Because when I look at the passion, I see that 5 of Pentacles. I think of you as staying in a bad situation for somebody else's benefit. And that you're being too charitable. And it is time for you to think about moving on. Especially since when I look at the things that are coming in, I see you having to deal with just a horrible amount of negativity. You really do need to figure out a way to move on and move beyond your current situation. I think you've already been told that you have to make a decision. You've already been told that you have to move on, and yet you're hanging on, and that is not good for you. And it will get even worse for you, because somewhere in your present situation is somebody very not nice and negative. Hey, Grace.
All right, next we have Marianne.
Can you wait just a second?
Oh, sure.
Because, I hate to end readings, even when the cards do it. I hate to end readings on a negative note. So, Grace, I'm going to ask cards to tell me something good that's coming ahead of you. Just so it ends on a positive note. So you've got, this one right here it's a card of the past, but it's a card of past good feelings coming back. So it does look like there's reunification. It does look like you are going to have a joyful reunion with somebody from your past. Thank you for tuning in, Grace. And now I have Marianne.
Yes, Sue wants to know what's going on for May.
May for Marianne.
Bye.
My, oh, my.
And while Sally's shuffling the cards, why don't you head on over to the old like button and hit it.
All right. So. That's interesting. It's like the tale of two different tales going on here in May. Like when I look at the flow of things, the way things are flowing around you, and that's the wind and the water, the way things are flowing. You got some pretty negative cards here. You got sleepless night. You got worry. You got hand wringing. You got, like swords hanging over your head. And then going forward, you've got like this inevitable collapse kind of thing. So it's sort of like a building up of house of cards, and the house of cards collapsing, building up a house of cards, and the house of cards collapsing. But I get a feeling, because I've read you for a while now, and if that was you, I probably would have been yelling at you every week. I haven't yelled at her every week, have I?
No.
Okay. So, but the people around you, somehow you're in got this revolving. Pardon my French, I'm sorry, but you got this revolving shitstorm around you, Marianne. And the shitstorm seems to be extra strong and extra worrisome and extra vortexy in May. And it's kind of one of those times when you sort of have to be above the fray, because you have found your balance. And it's the idea with the Hierophant is knowing the order of things and abiding by the order of things and benefiting from the order of things. And I think that's where you lie. And I think that this shitstorm I just don't have no other word will come out of my mouth for that. That it's almost like you're above it. And that's good. And in your love life, in the area of your passion in May, makes me wonder if you have not a new, but a growing relationship. Because it feels like there's this offer of love, but it feels like it's coming from a familiar place. So it's a relationship getting closer, getting better, getting more serious, getting more committed, getting more. Okay, so May's going to be actually pretty good for you because you know how to deal with the energies around you, but it's going to be a real circus around you. Get some popcorn, watch your flying monkeys, and remember, not my monkeys, not my circus. That should be your motto for May.
But you know what circus it does have? Cotton candy, candy apples, and whatever the hell funnel cake is. I've never had funnel cake. I've seen it, and I'm like, no thanks. No.
Well, when you were talking about cotton candy, I was thinking about the Little Princess Cinema.
Sure.
Yes,
it's the sibling to the Little Prince Cinema here in town.
The Little Prince Cinema, yes. And they make cotton candy there. They actually make mint cotton candy, a number of flavors of cotton candy, but they make mint cotton candy.
Banana's really nice.
Mm.
Anyhow, Marcy's looking for a rim. They broke a couple of rims on the highway. The tire company's having a hard time finding replacements. Will they do so tomorrow?
Okay, so I'm going to go look north, east, south, and west for you, Marcy. But I'm telling you that there is not a snaggletooth mechanic in this deck, even though I really think that's what you need. Well, yeah. 10 of coins. There's that. So you know, and I didn't even need to turn over these cards. I really get the feeling that what you need to do is to talk to some of the locals, because I think that you need to find somebody who knows a shade tree mechanic who will go to the junkyards and get, you know, it's kind of like, it's got to be pieced together hillbilly style, for lack of a better way to put it.
Redneck engineering is what that's called.
Redneck engineering. And you're not going to find that at a dealer. But cozy up to the locals, because there's some old shade tree mechanic that'll help you out there. But it looks like, and I'm so sorry to say this, but they are giving me timing. It's saying even if you know, no matter how you, okay, what it's saying is it's still going to take 5 days, and it's going to take you 6 days to get out of town.
It's on the slow boat.
Yeah, but it's still that idea of going to the junkyard. It's like you're not going to get the new thing. You're just not.
Yep, it's a slow boat. This is why he's rowing with a stick and a paddle.
Oh, and I did say, where was I going to find a snaggletooth hillbilly? Well, there you go.
Okay, anyhow, you want to move on?
Of course I do.
Because there's lots of questions, and it's 10 o'clock.
Yikes. No, I'm getting tired.
I know. Lynette wants a general reading.
Hi, Lynette. It's so good to see you. It's so good to see all of you. I'm sorry if I don't get to everybody today, but you can see me in person. Just call the spa near the tracks, and the number is down below, or send me an email, and that would be thequeenofboogabooga@gmail.com.
That would be without the duh.
Right.
The address is scrolling on your screen now.
Okay. So, Lynette. And what are we looking for Lynette?
General reading.
General reading. Okay. So, northeast, southwest of Lynette. All right. North, east, south, and west. That death reversed. Resistance to change, resistance to a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at things, huh? But there you go. Huh. You know, Lynette, you have got some pretty powerful cards here. I've turned up 3 cards, and all 3 of them are major arcana. Those are the more powerful cards. Okay, make that 4. And this one's such a good card, I actually have a huge tattoo of it. All right, so You just wanted a general reading?
Yes, she did.
Whatever change you are resisting, don't. Quit resisting change. Let it happen. Whatever shoe you don't want to drop, let it drop. Let things crumble, let things end, let it go. Because the only thing holding you back is resistance to change. That's it, that's all. And it's kind of like a new day wants to happen to you. Something new, something big wants to happen to you. The wheel of fortune is coming around for you. And when I look ahead, you've got the Fool. And the Fool is a real positive card. It's a very optimistic card. It's a card that says opportunities lie where you least expect it. Always have faith. Always be willing to take that leap of faith. Always be, the Fool, it talks about the dawning of a new day, a new opportunity coming your way. And these are such powerful cards. So whatever it is that the universe is trying to rip out of your hands, let it go. You've got something really big and beautiful and wonderful that wants to happen to you.
Alrighty then, that was a leading reading for Lynette. We're gonna, because the hour is getting late, we're gonna go stick with actual questions and not general readings for the rest of it.
Yes, and to be real honest, folks, I only got 4 more in me.
Okay, well, let's see. Amy Mia, when will I be relocating?
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It truly is my favorite hour of the week. I look forward to this. It's a great way to start the week, and we both enjoy doing it. And I hope you have as much fun and laughter as we do.
The alcohol helps a lot.
Well, I haven't had the alcohol yet. Okay, so who are we Amy Mia.
Yes, relocation.
Amy Mia and relocation. That's pretty exciting. Change is coming your way. Look at that. Move it on up. It's when you get the 6 of Wands, it's help. And one of the things about moving is having friends that will help you. And the tarot cards assures me you have friends that will help you. And I think the one thing about your relocation isn't so much whether you want to do it, but where you want to go. And that is coming soon. You are going to find the place, your direction. See what's in your area of your passion. Well, yeah, you're competing for opportunities, but that's life. Get in the fray, play the game. And you wanted to win. Not too far from here. I think we're looking about 6 weeks, so we're looking into June. And also, when they're telling me what's on the horizon, you're what next is this handsome King of Cups. Unless, of course, King of Cups is why you're relocating in the first place. But there's somebody well-grounded, mature, and sweet on the other side of this for you.
All right, and that was a reading for, I forget at this point, Amy Mia. All right, so we've got a specific question from Divine Oracle Readings.
Okay.
As some people has been slamming things about me here, what does the card say about that?
People have been slamming you here?
I don't know which here he means.
Oh. This is a safe space. You don't do that here. Well. So he wants to know what the cards have to say about him?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so this card right here is misunderstanding. So you may be misinterpreting it. Well, it's misdirection, not misunderstanding. Misdirection. Okay, so it's sort of you're not looking in the right direction. They see you as King of Cups. You know, and you can be that foundation in a rocky sea. Any of us who have you as a friend know that when things get tough, we can count on you to be right there and be a solid support. So you also have the Emperor, and the Emperor is reversed. So, and that's attached to the misdirection, you know, and so I guess they're saying let it go, you know, just let it go. You are a good guy, and people do see you as being a solid as a rock of Gibraltar when that times get tough. I know for a fact that when I feel sad, I can call you and talk to you about it. And I am not the only one. Yeah. Your friends see you as a good friend. And I'll have to look through the chat to see if to see any trash talking that's there. If I see anything, I will definitely say something about it. Okay.
All right. Next, we have a couple more here. Let's give a quick call out here. Yeah, where was this question? This is a good one. Oh, yes, Naya.
Oh, hi.
Naya would love to know the energies, messages around the friendship she's considering ending. She feels there's something she's not seeing there.
Oh. You know, Naya, that's a good one for the runes, don't you think?
Of course. It's time they got pulled out.
Yeah. What do the rules have to say about this friendship? Okay, so it's really interesting. It starts out here where you have Ken. So there's one point in time where you felt this person was almost like family. Oh, that happens sometimes. Yeah, I could see. Well, look at this. It talks about blessings and good things coming into your life and your life going forward. And yet with this friend, you've got jealousy. And jealousy is just, it's such a horrible thing. It's such a horrible illness and so hard to overcome. And once jealousy gets under your skin, it's kind of, it's impossible to be supportive of anybody. Yeah. Yeah, it is something you're going to have to change. You're doing the right thing. I know it hurts because like there was one point where this person was like family to you. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, you know, sometimes when we have people around us who become afflicted with jealousy, they become toxic. And I think that's what's happened here. That this friend has become toxic. And the problem is there's nothing you can do about it. You can't fix this. You can do nothing about it except walk away. You are doing the right thing. And bringing that change, it's kind of like a ton of bricks lifted off your shoulder. You will find people who have not hung around you in ages coming back around. Because the thing with negativity and toxic energy is it chases away other people. And so you may not have realized that you were starting to be isolated, but you were starting to be isolated. And once you get rid of this friend, it changes. Your friends come back in. It moves you ahead. So I hope that helps. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the last one for tonight. I could tell that Sally's voice is done.
It is.
Alicia, give Sally a call. And I think starting next week, general readings are going to have to take a back seat to questions. There's too many people we didn't get a chance to get to tonight. And I think that's the best way forward. Ask a question and not a general reading. Anyhow, anything else you want to say, Sally?
No, thank you everybody for tuning in. We enjoy coming here every week. It's so very special to us, and you're so very special to us. Make sure you tell all your friends about me. Like, share, subscribe, and keep an eye on my YouTube channel for upcoming videos. And I already have some up. I know I have some older tarot videos, but I also have some newer ones on the Ukraine, and there'll be some coming up this week about the Trumps and some of the other things.
Or learn how to make a water pie.
Yes, I have a video on how to make a water pie. Goes great with ice cream. See you all next week.
Ice cream goes great with ice cream too. Good night.